Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online VGC 15 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're just going to jump into today's episode, currently sitting with a rating of 1647, continuing to use a Mega Alakazam team that we featured last week, built by Hibiki VGC. We'll be using this team until the end of the week, when I'll switch to a new team for next week's Road to Rank, but it'd be really nice to reach the 1700s. We're going to find Alex from Maryland with a rating of 1570 to kick off today's episode. As always, if you enjoy Road to Rank, please show your support by leaving a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't seen yesterday's episode, I highly recommend it. It was a really intense 2 games, and probably the best episode we've had with the team yet, so I'll link that in the description below for those that have not watched it. Anyway, Alex here has got a pretty threatening team of Charizard, Venusaur, Thundurus, Landorus, Terrakion, and Aegislash. A Mega Alakazam here is actually really good because of its ability to just damage everything. Psychic one-hit KOs Terrakion and Venusaur, does over 50% to Charizard and Venusaur. Of course, I've got Hidden Power Ice to knock out the Landorus as well, so that's kind of nice. The Charizard-Venusaur combination is probably what's scaring me the most from the get-go, though. So I think what I'm going to do is just lead Alakazam and Landorus. And when you see the Charizard-Venusaur combination, you normally assume Charizard Y would drought and normal Venusaur, but sometimes it could also be Mega Venusaur. Normal Venusaur is actually the Pokemon I'm most scared of right now. It's just a really big threat in general, especially with a bunch of different moves, you know, often carrying things like Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, sometimes even Grass Pledge and Fire Pledge in combination with that Charizard, which is what I'm most scared of actually right now. So let's see. With Alakazam and Landorus, I have a bunch of options from there right from the start. I get to bluff a Choice Scarf, you know, making him basically double protect the first turn. But I really think he's going to lead Charizard Venusaur. I just don't know what moves he has on that Venusaur. If he doesn't have the Pledge combination, then Landorus does pretty well here. I also kind of want to conserve the Landorus for the late game. I do think Bisharp here is pretty good. It beats the Aegislash and the Terrakion, especially with the Focus Sash. For the last one, let's see. Virizian's alright here, honestly. But Volcarona here, you know, kind of beats the Aegislash, beats the Thundurus, can beat the Venusaur, but he has Sludge Bomb, which can hurt Volcarona and Virizian. When Virizian here can at least close combat to knock out Terrakion, Stone Edge, Zapdos, and Thundurus and Charizard. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the Virizian here. I'm gonna lock in. We'll see how this goes. Tough call there. I don't know. It might have been a better idea to bring the Volcarona just because it checks the Aegislash a bit better, whereas Virizian can't really touch it. It's walled pretty hard by it. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm going to lead with Landorus and Alakazam. If I trace the Chlorophyll here, that would be really clutch, but we're not actually going to see the Charizard Venusaur come out here. Instead, we're going to see Thundurus and Terrakion making an appearance. So I get the Intimidate off here, which is pretty nice. He also doesn't know that I'm Assault Vested, so Landorus here can actually stay around for a decent amount of time. Thundurus might be inclined to Thunder Wave here, and I don't have a great answer to Thunder Wave, unfortunately, so I'm probably just going to want to knock out Thundurus before anything else. So what I'm going to do this first one is just Psychic and Rock Slide, I think. I could also Protect with Alakazam, but based off who I have in the back... Well, let's consider what my opponent might have in the back. Oh, wow, that was weird. Right now, right now Terrakion's not in the best of positions. Actually, he'd probably want to switch out if I were my opponent. So I could Protect with Alakazam and Rock Slide. The issue in that is if he goes for a Hidden Power Ice onto Landorus. I could also Psychic the Terrakion slot, but he might switch out into Aegislash. So what I could do this first turn is aggressively target down Thundurus with a Psychic and a Rock Slide. I actually think that's the play I'm going to make here. Because, worst comes to worst, Alakazam gets paralyzed, but Terrakion right now I've got locked in a pretty bad position, just because it's at -1 attack. Of course, it can still Rock Slide here. I could definitely see one play Alex would make here is going for a Rock Slide and Hidden Power Ice immediately to try to knock out the Landorus. But Alakazam here, gonna Mega Evolve. Yeah, we'll see what Thundurus and Terrakion decide to go for. As I trace the Prankster, which can actually be kind of fun, because even if he paralyzes me, I can go for Skill Swap. Okay, so Terrakion protects here, so I do end up getting, you know, the best out of this turn. He does, however, go for the Thunder Wave onto the Alakazam. So, you know, I could have mitigated that by protecting the Alakazam, but I really wanted to just knock out Thundurus before anything. But unfortunately, Alakazam gets fully paralyzed, which really sucks because I went for the Psychic onto the Thundurus slot. That's pretty unfortunate, so I'm bit bummed out about that. I bring Thundurus down to around 50%, but it does have a Citrus Berry, so it should be able to survive another Rock Slide, which is not good for me here. We're probably going to see a Rock Slide come out, and maybe a Hidden Power Ice onto the Landorus slot. That would make sense. So what can I do here? I could go for the Psychic now onto Terrakion. I'm wondering if he has a Focus Sash or whether he has a Lumberry. Lumberry was the more common item on Terrakion. Sometimes they like a Life Orb as well. But, let's see. I'm going to go for the Psychic onto... I think I'm still going to try to target down the Thundurus here. Oh, he actually switches out. Good play. Is Aegislash coming in? Nope, it's going to be Venusaur. Okay, well, that Venusaur is going down if I don't get fully paralyzed here. I'm guessing that means Terrakion is just saying, whatever, I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. So he's going to be able to connect with both, but if Alakazam can somehow avoid the Paralysis and the Flinch, that would be great. Landorus gets a Rock Slide off. It's going to be able to do some damage, breaking potential Focus Sash on Terrakion, more importantly. Alakazam gets the Psychic off. That's great. So Venusaur here is going to go down in one hit, which makes this game a lot easier just because I was really scared of what Venusaur could do. I'm also curious as to whether it was actually Mega Venusaur or not here, since we saw Venusaur come in. I'm surprised that my opponent didn't just go for a Hidden Power Ice onto the Landorus slot, but Charizard's going to come out now for my opponent, and I definitely feel a bit better about my position, especially with the Virizion in the back. So let's see. He's probably just going to Heat Wave, and unfortunately, excuse me, unfortunately, that neither Bishop nor Virizion can switch into a Heat Wave well at all. So I think what I'm going to do here is, I mean, he's probably just going to Rock Slide Heat Wave. I don't even know if I can take that. Rock Slide, yeah, that's one of the lame things about not being Choice Scarf. Sure, Assault Vest is helpful, but, you know, if I were Scarf Landorus here, this game would, you know, almost be over just because Charizard would not even have any potential to do anything. Without Protect on Landorus here too, it's kind of a difficult position to be in, so maybe I shouldn't have, you know, gotten my Alakazam paralyzed so early from the get-go. So I guess I'll launch a Psychic onto the Terrakion slot. The question here is, do I Rock Slide or do I Earthquake? I guess if he goes for a Rock Slide, well, he might not even knock out Alakazam. I'm gonna go for the Superpower here onto Terrakion, actually. Charizard's going to Mega Evolve, though, indicating he should be attacking this turn. He might also Protect with Terrakion, which would be a good play. So the scary thing here is, well, the thing is, I feel like I can close the game out reasonably with Virizion and Bisharp, which is why, even if this turn doesn't go out well, he does Protect with Charizard. Oh, okay. Well, that might be a huge mistake on his end. Let's see, Terrakion just launches a Rock Slide. That's perfect for me here, as long as he doesn't flinch Landorus. Let's see. Does he get the flinch? Landorus gets the Superpower off. Is that able to pick up the knockout? It is. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. So, the Terrakion goes down in one hit, and we're looking alright right now. But the game is still definitely not over, especially because he's got the Thundurus, which can still Thunder Wave. So if I just got that Psychic off turn 1, this game definitely would have been over. But, you know, now he's still in it. However, I'm not going to complain. That last turn at least went in my favor. I actually would have preferred Alakazam just getting knocked out there because it'd be in a free switch into Virizion, in which I just need to connect with a Stone Edge to win. But here I'm going to go for the Psychic, and I guess I'll just Rock Slide here. Unfortunately, I don't have any better options, as Thundurus reveals the Protect. Wow, so many surprising moves right now. Let's see if Landorus, I mean, that might mean that Landorus can survive this Heat Wave since he didn't, with the Assault Vest. Let's see, 101. Yeah, Landorus hangs on with 19 HP, nice. But I'm at -1 attack right now, obviously. Gets the Rock Slide, and it connects with Charizard, okay. Clutch factor here at the end of the game. Doesn't knock out Charizard, but he is now in range for Sucker Punch to knock it out. So that's really good for me. Scary finish, but I'm going to bring in Bisharp here because I know I can rely on Bisharp a bit better rather than Virizion, which has to use... Actually, I guess I don't even have to use Stone Edge at this point, but I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch here onto Charizard, and I'll go for the Rock Slide here. And the last two turns played out perfectly. I really wasn't anticipating Protect either of the turns, and I'm not sure how fast this Thundurus is, but if it was fast enough to outspeed Landorus, a Hidden Power Ice plus Heat Wave combination would have knocked me out there. He's not actually going to Protect with Charizard, so I just get the Sucker Punch, and that is going to be able to seal up the game. So, really, really scary, but we fortunately managed to pull it out here, as Thundurus goes for the Thunderbolt on the Bisharp. So we've seen Thunderbolt, we've seen Protect, and we've seen Thunder Wave. So I actually wonder what his last attack is. Probably Hidden Power Ice, though it could be Taunt, could be Swagger. Regardless, now Thundurus is not going to be able to close up the game. I think my opponent really needed to rely on the Charizard heal to seal the game up, and you know, I got a bit fortunate there, predicting the Protect there, targeting down Terrakion. So, Sucker Punch from Bisharp here is going to target down Thundurus, and that's going to be able to pick up the win in the first game of today's episode. A real nail-biter there. I didn't particularly like my team matchup, especially because I was anticipating Charizard Venusaur, but fortunately, you know, we didn't see that come out. And yeah, we were able to basically take a win there. Still, you know, it's always really scary when you face against a Thundurus because it can Thunder Wave there. And that first turn definitely frustrated me a bit since I felt like I made the better play, predicting the Terrakion to protect. But you know, that's what you have to do when you face against Thundurus, and it fortunately ended up working out there. Landorus being really clutch there, actually, with the Assault Vest and sealing up the game. So, puts us a bit higher now, as we're going to try to climb into the 1700s in the next few days, so we can start next week, really, in the 1700s. But this has been a really fun team to use, so once again, shout out to Hibiki VGC for giving it to me. We're going to find Bruce from the US with a rating of 1641 for our next opponent of the day. A win here should put us in the 1670s. Bruce has got a really cool team here of Virizion, Salamence, Arcanine, Aegislash, Thundurus, and the Milotic. So, a bunch of scary threats here. Immediately, I can tell Alakazam gonna be good in this match if I can avoid the Thundurus, which was kind of the bane on that last match. So, something like Volcarona Alakazam is actually kind of solid here. I actually really like that. The main issue with that is maybe dealing with things like Virizion, or not Virizion, but for me, dealing with Milotic. That's probably the biggest thing. He does have a Virizion on his team too, so kind of funny to see two Virizions. Not every day you see that, but let's see. I could also lead Alakazam Bisharp. Now, Bisharp's kind of nice in this match because he has two potential Intimidate users in the Salamence and the Arcanine. It's a tough game here because I could definitely see me bring all my Pokemon. It's not like I can, you know, easily eliminate what I want to bring right from the get-go. But I do think Alakazam Bisharp puts on the most offense right from the beginning, and I can put myself into a decent position regardless of what my opponent brings. I still think Rotom's pretty good here because it can take Thunder Waves from the Thundurus, it can Hydro Pump Arcanine, it can Will-O-Wisp / Thunderbolt Milotic and Salamence, and neither Milotic or Salamence have great matchups against the Rotom. So I do like these three, and for the last one, it's actually kind of tempting to bring the Volcarona here. Gives me another answer to the Aegislash, but I don't know. It would be helpful for redirection mainly, but otherwise not too great. But I don't know. Redirection might just be good enough in this match to, you know, bring it. Let's see. We didn't see Virizion, or not. We didn't see Aegislash from my opponent's team last game, so I'm wondering if we're gonna see it make an appearance this time around. Virizion can still be solid here on my team. You know, close combating his, leaf blading the Milotic. But as of right now, I'm actually leaning a bit towards Volcarona. Oh, Landorus can also work, but I'm going to end up bringing Volcarona here. So I'm going to lock in and see how this goes. The main reason why I'm bringing Volcarona is because it's so bulky, I can pair it up with Mega Alakazam, which is really frail, switch it in, and then try to redirect some attacks away from the Alakazam. So we'll see how this battle fares, but really cool team from my opponents in there. Really like the Arcanine. It's a really cool Pokemon. I said really a lot there. Hasn't been used too much in VGC, but Wolfie Glick won a regional championship with it. We're going to see the Thundurus Aegislash lead from my opponent here, which isn't the worst. Especially because I actually did bring that Volcarona in the back, so that's kind of helpful. Let's see, I'm definitely going to want to get Alakazam out immediately right now because Alakazam can beat all the Pokemon in the back of my opponent's team. So, let's see, what do I want to switch into? Rotom or Volcarona? Based off my opponent's team, with Thundurus and Aegislash, we're probably going to have Salamence in the back. I would guess... I think I need to conserve the Rotom to beat the potential Milotic in the back for the end game. So I'm going to switch out... Actually, maybe he's going to Thunder Wave that slot, though. Yeah, you know what? I'll switch into Rotom Wash. And I'll go for the knockoff onto Aegislash. Is he going to King Shield? Maybe I should target down Thundurus here. No, I'll still target down Aegislash. Punish him if he tries to attack here. I mean, he definitely might go for a Shadow Ball into the Alakazam slot. I could have also double protected there, which would have been the worst cases, but Thundurus goes for the protect. That was about the last thing I expected, but protecting Thundurus today. Aegislash also goes for the King Shield, which makes perfect sense. However, what this is going to allow me to do is double up on the Aegislash this next turn, and I can knock off safely there because, you know, even though my attack harshly falls there, Define just brings me back up to, you know, normal. So, even though I was considering the double protect play, it ends up working out very nicely for me here. Now, I'm fearing a potential Aegislash switch out into Virizion. That's really what I'm scared of right now. So I think I'm gonna double up on the Thundurus here with the Thunderbolt and a knockoff. Yeah. Because I think Aegislash is gonna switch out here if you're my opponent. You know that it beats the Mega Alakazam, so you want to conserve it here. Switch into something like can take a Thunderbolt plus a knockoff combination. But nope, he's gonna stay in, so making me look a bit silly here. Thundurus going for the Thunderbolt here onto Bisharp, gets the paralysis. Rotom's gonna attack first, of course, because this Rotom is EV to outspeed Bisharp. Bisharp, however, gets the knockoff off, which is good. Is it enough to knock out Thundurus, though? Oh, it's not. It hangs on with the sliver of HP. Aegislash here, gonna be able to get the stance change off, gonna be able to get an attack. Who does he target, though? We're gonna see Shadow Ball. Did he Shadow Ball into Bisharp or into Rotom? He's gonna target down that Rotom here. Okay. Bringing me down to 87 HP. Oh, that paralysis makes this game a bit more difficult, that's for sure. That's for sure. But we're not gonna give up. No, sir, we are not. So I could Sucker Punch Thundurus and Will-O-Wisp Aegislash, expecting him to... He might also just Sucker Punch Bisharp. That would be a... Not Sucker Punch, Shadow Ball Bisharp. I wonder if I want to risk it. Like, just say, you know what? I'm just going to Sucker Punch your Aegislash. That'd be a foolish... I think the safer play here is to just Will-O-Wisp Aegislash and Sucker Punch Thundurus. But do I want to make the safer play here? You know what? I just have a feeling he's going to attack with Aegislash here, so I'm going to Sucker Punch it. Thundurus protects. Does Aegislash protect as well, though? Because I could have Will-O-Wisp that slot. Oh! Or unless it's going for a substitute, but... I made the right prediction there, but the paralysis comes out. And the critical hit. I have no words for that turn. That is so beyond frustrating, man. It's alright, though. It's alright. So I'll bring in Volk here. He's probably gonna Thunder Wave, Volcarona, and oh my gosh, that is so frustrating. That was like everything that could have gone wrong possible, but that's Pokemon for you. Also, we got pretty lucky in the end of yesterday's episode, so I can't exactly complain. But if I knocked out Aegislash here, Alakazam really would have had a field day, and Rotom would have been alive. It would have been 4-3 in my favor, with the Rotom still had its Citrus Berry. But now it's gonna be a lot more difficult to win this match. So I wonder if he's gonna protect here. I think he has to kind of King Shield with Aegislash here. I wonder if he's gonna Thunder Wave Volcarona or go for a Thunderbolt onto Bisharp. I guess I could Rage Powder here, but no, I'm gonna go for the Protect and the knockoff onto Thundurus. I'm predicting. Well, let's see here. Oh man, that last turn really had me rolling. Oh wow, he just went all in here. What the? If I just went for Sucker Punch, okay. So that was me playing too safe. Wow. Credit to my opponent though. Really nicely played. But that was just unnecessarily risky. If I had a Heat Wave there, I mean, I could have. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Now you'd imagine he's gonna Thunder Wave. You know what? I'm just gonna Fiery Dance. I wonder if he's gonna Thunder Wave Alakazam. I can still win this game if Alakazam doesn't get paralyzed. So I'm just gonna Protect here, but yeah, that last turn was me not playing optimally. I definitely went on tilt after the Thunderbolt paralysis onto Bisharp and then the full paralysis when he was going for an attack. I really hate the 10% chances in Pokemon, like random things like Thunderbolt paralyzing, Ice Beam freezing. Like those are attacks that are so good that you don't use it for the additional effects. But yeah, whatever. Let's see if we can still win this one. Based off what my opponent has in the back, so for example, if his last one is like Salamence and the Virizion in the back, Alakazam can obviously one-hit KO both of those, but let's see what I trace here. Actually, I'm guaranteed to trace Prankster. So Alakazam's going to Protect. Let's see if Aegislash goes for an attack once again. Nope, he's finally going to King Shield. But I definitely could have capitalized that last turn. If I just Sucker Punched and Fiery Dance, man, I could have won this game, but he read me really well there. Thunder Wave coming out. Yep, targets Alakazam, so I at least get some momentum here, getting a Fiery Dance off. Special attack increase here would be great, but right now I just don't have a way to knock out the Aegislash. So Thunder is faints, but it's still, you know, I'm still down 2-3, and unfortunately no special attack increase there from the Volcarona. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one to close out here, especially with Virizion coming in. Let's see. Huh, I guess I can actually, one play I can make here is going for the Rage Powder. And let's see. Yeah, if his last one is Salamence, I can still win this one. Can I skill swap his ability away from Aegislash? I'm actually not sure about that. I think I can. So I think his Virizion might actually just try to attack here, so I'm going to go for the Rage Powder and the Psychic. Reason being, I think Virizion here might just go for the Stone Edge. He might not be expecting the Rage Powder from me right now. Okay, good. So that works out in my favor. Alakazam gets the Psychic off. Let's see if he's Focus Sash or not. Nope, Virizion goes down. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. Because what I'm going to do is redirect the Shadow Ball away from Mega Slash and force him into Blade form here. Okay, so we're still in this one, but it comes down to what my opponent's last Pokemon is, basically. Shadow Ball targeting Volcarona shouldn't do more than 50%. No special effect. And he gets the special defense drop, too. You gotta love this game. His last Pokemon is Salamence here, though, so that's exactly what I needed to see to win this one. But with that special defense drop, I'm not sure if Volcarona can take this one anymore. I don't think he can take another Shadow Ball. Everything that could have gone wrong basically went wrong. But this turn, I'm just gonna go for the Fiery Dance and the Hidden Power Ice. Yeah. Alright, let's see. You'd imagine how much of an easier time I would have had if Bisharp just knocked out Aegislash here, because Alakazam sweeps through Thundurus, Salamence, and Virizion. But hey, if we can pull this comeback, that would be epic. Let's see, how much damage did I take from that first Shadow Ball? Looks like it was, what, 73? Huh, so I might be able to take another Shadow Ball, but it's close. If that was a high damage roll and he gets a low damage roll, I definitely can. He also might just mess up here and not King Shield with Aegislash, and if that's the case, I win the game 100%. But what I'm really kicking myself over is not Sucker Punching Thundurus that turn and Thunderbolting, or Fiery Dancing the Thundurus. But I really needed to make sure that Volcarona didn't get fully paralyzed, though now that I look at it, it wasn't important to me that Volcarona didn't get paralyzed. But I guess I was just really scared of more full paralysis, as you saw earlier in the match. So let's see if Alakazam here can surprise my opponent and get a Hidden Power Ice off to knock out the Salamence. You know, we didn't see Virizion Protect last time. I'm not sure if he's expecting Hidden Power Ice now. He might feel pretty comfortable with the Salamence, but if Hidden Power Ice can come out and pick up a knockout, that would be really nice. Wow, he didn't King Shield. Can Hidden Power Ice knock it out? Let's see. Wow. Fiery Dance should knock out the Aegislash here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a comeback. Mega Alakazam really sealing the deal today. Picking up 1-hit KOs on both Virizion and on Mega Salamence. Neither of my opponent's Pokemon protecting that turn. I think Bruce here just really went all in with the offense. He King Shielded very few points, and he decided he would just go for the offense. But, you know, after he was able to capitalize earlier on, I was like, you know what, no more. I'm just going to go for the attack there. And, you know, that last turn basically was exactly what I was hoping for. I had to play to my outs, and fortunately enough, it ended up working out. Despite a really, really scary start in which Bisharp got paralyzed by Thunderbolt and then fully paralyzed, you know, when I was going for the Sucker Punch target. But I really thought that game was over. I thought I had no chance of winning, but that's why you never give up. You know, if your opponent somehow just doesn't have the right Pokemon to seal up the game, and a lot of the times that's the case, you can still manage to steal it away. So, wow, what a comeback there. Really great match. Two really fun matches for you guys today. I love this team, and when you get good games like that, make you really enjoy it, especially when you come down from bad RNG like that. So we're going to be able to pick up 2 wins in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. As always, leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, peace.